course navigation menu. Go ahead and select People. When you go into the People area, you'll be able to see, and what you normally will focus on here is you'll be looking at the different participants that are in your class, all the students in your class, maybe TAs, co-teachers, etc. Now, in order to build our groups, we must first build our group set. You'll see that there is a plus group set option along the top. You're also looking at a series of groups that I've already built as part of this course. These, since they've already been built, there's items that I could jump into. It really depends on what I want to, or how I want to set up this content. If I want to modify an existing group, I could jump into that existing group. But since we're building the groups today, let's start out by going to plus group set and making that happen. So select the plus group set option. Once you get into this, then you're going to give that group set a name. Remember, this is the entire set of groups. It's not going to be the individual group names. That might be determined by you later or even by the students. So we're going to call this one the July 11th Hot Day Group. And when we go through this, again, we want to use that good naming convention. When we go through this, we're going to have a few options for enrollment to these groups. First of all, we can allow for self-sign-up. If we allow for self-sign-up, you notice that when I selected that button, I opened up a few other areas. What I'm saying, if I'm going to allow for self-sign-up, it means I'm going to have the students have the option to build their own groups or groups within this group set. But since we have the ability in Canvas to cross-list our courses, that means we're rolling more than one course, so period 1, period 2, period 3, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Thursday night courses. We could roll them into the same course umbrella. So I could teach Utah history to multiple courses / multiple sections at once. However, it makes sense to me to make sure that my groups are part of the same section if I'm doing that. If I want students to be working with their classmates rather than somebody who's doing the same subject but in a different period or on a different day. Now, if I continue with that, then I can say, you know what, I'm going to create 9 groups, and I can limit this our this group structure by splitting into X amount of groups. I, again, am advocating for Canvas creating the groups for me because I can still make some manual adjustments when I jump into this. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to go down and I can set the leadership once again by using this option. I'm going to skip the leadership and I'm going to leave it to the students to determine their own leadership. Let me go ahead and save this. And I will have now created a group structure. What's happening is right now Canvas is setting those groups. And as I look at those groups, I'll be able to see who's in what group by using the pull down menu. I'm saying this and I do know that I do have a few people that are in random sessions. So I can look at these different group sets by using that arrow pointing down, and I can take a look at what's going on, who's in those groups. And if I wanted to, I can drag and drop students from one group